Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. You know, I'm going to Lewis Smith Lake in a little over a couple of weeks here, and we have to show that we have a boater safety card when we go and fish that tournament. So I've never taken one. I've always aged out of a requirement of needing it. So I went and took that boater safety course. And I found that, yes, I passed. It was pretty simple, but I found that it was a good experience to do that. And I wonder how many people can pass that. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you just a little 10-question quiz, and it just has to do with navigational kinds of things, buoys and things like that. And let's see how you do passing this quiz. And if this is something that you enjoy or something that helps you, then we can do a few more little quizzes about different things that I covered in my boater safety course. Stick around, guys. We'll get to the quiz right after this. Hey, grab a piece of paper just to write down your answers and things like that, or you can probably do it. It's only 10 questions. All right, we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher, and we're going to do a little 10-question boater safety quiz. This one is just on one area of the boater safety course that I took, and it has to do with navigation, buoys, identifying different buoys and things like that. So let's get started. I'll show you the first one. And the question is, this buoy indicates what? Is it a controlled area, a no-wake zone, C, a speed limit area, D, a swimming area, E, all of the above, or F, only A, B, and C? So which of those is your correct answer? And so I'm going to go through the answers to these as we're doing it. The correct answer for that first question was A, B, and C. That circle on a buoy indicates that it's some type of a controlled area, but controlled area doesn't mean restricted area. I look at it like, as a way to remember it, that circle is open. You can go in there with your boat, but you're going to have to do something. And usually inside that circle, it tells you no wake or speed limit. And so it's a controlled area, but not a restricted area. So you wouldn't see this in a swimming zone where you can't go in with your boat. But when you see that circle, typically we see those are the no wake zones. So you probably got that because we're all pretty used to that. Let's move on to the next one. So this buoy indicates that you're on the port side of a channel, or B, there's some kind of an underwater obstruction, or C, it's a swimming area, or D, this is a restricted area. So this one's a little tricky, and you know what? Before I give you the answer for this one, let's move to the next one, and then we'll cover both of these at the same time. Here's the next one. This buoy indicates A, a swimming area, B, a dam or spillway, C, a restricted area, or D, it could apply to all of the above. All right, so let's take a look at questions 2 and 3. And if we start with question 3, the difference between the two buoys was one of them had the cross in the middle and the other didn't. So that cross in the middle indicates that it is a restricted area. And a restricted area could have to do with a swimming area. It could have to do with a dam or a spillway. So for question number 3, that could apply to all of the above. But if you look at question number 2, that is an indicator that something directly underneath the buoy is there that you don't want to drive over. It's an underwater obstruction. Could be a stump or a rock pile or something along those lines. So when you see the triangle, and usually, again, written inside the triangle, it would say, you know, something that would stump or obstruction or something along those lines. But if you see the diamond, an open diamond, it means stay away from that because it's an obstruction. If you see the diamond with the cross in it, it's a restricted area, you can't go in. That diamond with the cross in it, you're gonna have more than one buoy. That open diamond, it could just be one buoy out in the middle, but the diamond with the cross in it, you're gonna have a string of those which indicates where that restricted area is. Either it's in front of the dam, in front of the spillway, in front of a swimming area, something like that. All right, let's move on to question number 4. This buoy indicates A, a hazard ahead, B, information, C, an underwater obstruction, or D, a swimming area. When you see this type of buoy that's got a square in it, that square will have some kind of information. That information could be anything from, hey, the marina is 2 miles ahead, to if you want to go to this town, go right. If you want to go to this town, go left. It's an informational buoy, so there will be some type of information in that square. All right, the next question. These buoys indicate A, the center of a channel, B, the port side of a channel, C, the starboard side of a channel, or D, that it's a non-navigable area between the buoy and the shoreline. So you're looking at a red buoy with white stripes or a white buoy with red stripes. And that is an indicator of the center of the channel. When you see those buoys, and again, it could be the smaller buoy with the stripes or just a white and red alternating color buoy, but that means you're in the center of the channel. So if you want to cruise, you can go left or right of those buoys, stay close to those, you know you're right in the center of the channel. On to question number 6. This buoy indicates A, a swimming area, B, a non-navigable area between the buoy and shore, C, it's a temporarily closed area, D, it's the port side of the channel, or E, it's the starboard side of the channel. So when you see these black and white buoys, this is a buoy that you're gonna see out away from shore. And what that indicates is that from that buoy back to shore, there's some kind of underwater obstruction. Picture the fact that you got a rock pile. A rock pile, you're gonna see that diamond, that open diamond over that rock pile. But now let's say we had a shoal that extended from here all the way back to shore. Now you're gonna see this black and white buoy, and that indicates don't go anywhere between the buoy and shore because it's non-navigable between that buoy and shore. So the correct answer to that question was B, a non-navigable area between the buoy and shore. All right, our next question. These buoys indicate that it's a marine entrance, mooring, that you need to stay clear by at least 50 feet, or that a scuba diver is in the area. What do these buoys indicate? I bet we all got that one. These are mooring buoys. And so you can actually moor to these. And in fact, guys, these are the only buoys that you can actually, by law, attach to and moor to. You're not technically allowed, except in extreme emergencies, to tie off to any other type of buoy that's put out by the Coast Guard or any waterway, other than a white buoy with a blue stripe. All right, let's move to question 8. They're getting a little tougher now. These buoys indicate the port side of a channel when returning from open water. B, the starboard side of a channel when returning from open water. C, the center of a channel. Or D, the entrance to a channel or a boat lane. All right, so you got to know some facts to get this one right. So the first one is, do you know starboard from port? Okay, so the way I always remember that is right and left. Right has more letters than left. So right is starboard, left is port. Okay, so now I got that part. Now, when you see the red buoys in a channel, solid red buoys with even numbers, red is right when you're returning. Red is right when you're returning. So when you're coming from open water into a channel, the red buoys is going to be on your right, right being starboard, when you're returning. So if we look at our answers, the starboard side of a channel when returning from open water, B is the correct answer. You've got red and green buoys marking a channel. Red is going to be on your right-hand side when you're returning from open water, and your right-hand side is your starboard side. So now let's move to the next question, which everybody should be able to get. These buoys indicate the port side of a channel when returning from open water, the starboard side of a channel when returning from open water, the center of the channel, or the entrance of a channel. Well, obviously, green is your left, left is port, and if you're returning from, it'll be on your left side or your port side, A. And then finally, this flag indicates that there's a sailboat race underway, or B, that you should beware of kayaks, C, scuba divers are in the area, or D, this is not a nautical indicator. Well, the answer is C. This is a diving flag, and it is a nautical indicator that there is a down diver underneath that red flag with the white diagonal. So guys, how did you do? Did you get at least 80%? That's what you need to pass a boater safety course. So here's the thing. If you didn't pass, hopefully these explanations that I gave as I was going through these answers will help you remember those so that you know how to pass or do it right in the future. I'd like to know would you like more of these little quizzes? Does this help, or is it interesting to you to kind of refresh your memory? Or, yeah, hey, Mark, I got it, and I don't really need any more. Please send me your comments. I'd appreciate that. I'd like to know whether you'd like me to continue doing these kinds of things or not, because like I said, I did the course. I've got a bunch of different areas that relate to PFDs. It relates to, things that you got to have on your boat, those kinds of rules, and we can just do little quizzes along the way to kind of help. I don't think that it hurts anybody to have that refresher information. But guys, send me your comments. Let me know. I'm curious as to how you did on this little 10-question quiz, so give me that information. Hey, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, like I've been saying lately, we're trying to get up to our 4,000 by the end of the month. So please hit that subscribe button, send us your comments, hit the like button, and we will see you tomorrow for an Underwater Wednesday episode, and it's going to be cool. You're not going to want to miss this one either. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.